One. Everybody, welcome to D-Backs Weekly Inside the Game, another special broadcast. And today we are coming to you live from a workout session here at Chase Field, here alongside, and you usually see us on Zoom together all the time. And here today we're together finally here at Chase Field for workout day before they fly off to Philadelphia. Brian?
No, that's exactly right, Bob. Thanks for the intro. We're here at Chase, got the D-backs working out in the background. We watched them a little bit this morning already. The energy is really good right now. The guys are getting ready, like Bob said, to head to Philly. It's Saturday morning. A lot to talk about. We came here to discuss a few of those things, being that it's the last game, the last coverage before the first game of the NLCS against the Phillies.
You know, we're looking forward to this series. I think that the Diamondbacks can win in many different ways, Brian. You know, I think they can hit the home runs as well as Philly, and then they can win by speed and base hits and bunting. Where I think the Phillies are a one-dimensional team. If they don't hit home runs, they are not going to win.
No, it's a good, solid analysis. Now, with the D-backs winning Game 1 with the first inning barrages in both games 1 and 2 against the Dodgers, and both being a little different. One being home runs, one being small ball, get them on base, get them around, score enough to win. And then, of course, the third game where they hit 4 home runs in a row. The D-backs are coming into this game, the first game, with some slug under their belt already. But like Bob said, they can score many runs in many different ways. And not to rehash what Bob did say, but at the same time, the Phillies are in many ways one-dimensional as it relates to scoring, and it's illustrated in their playoff games thus far. Castellanos is hitting the hell out of the ball. I mean, he's knocking the ball over the fence. You got Bryce Harper, who's always a threat. Schwarber is going to be a threat there. They tend to score a lot of runs quickly, and if the D-backs can avoid that from happening, I think that these guys have a really good chance of doing something really special in Philadelphia. I know that the first game hasn't started yet, but at the same time, the energy I'm picking up from these guys, it's almost like they can't wait to get there and get that done. Are you picking up on the same energy?
Yeah, I'm picking up on exactly what you're saying. It's like today you can tell they're serious, but they're loose at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and I think one of the reasons is, of course, I give a lot of credit to Torrey, but you got a young team who it wasn't expected to even be in the playoffs period this year, and now that they're here, they're just taking everything in stride. You know, it's like we got nothing to lose, but we got a whole lot to gain.
Yeah. No, they came out with footballs in their hand. A couple of them, Alec Thomas played catch with the hitting coach. I noticed some they weren't antics. They were just loosening up, and then we noticed, Bob and I noticed Torey Lovello came out on the field and just stood there on the dugout steps, looking over the field, looking over the entire field, in a very serious manner, by the way.
He was watching his guys.
Watching the guys, making sure that the things were moving in the directions they're supposed to be, and of course they were. And then to see Vanny come over there, and then the two of them, I got video, man. It's very, I mean, you got the 2015 AL Coach of the Year, 2017 NL Coach of the Year, Manager of the Year, excuse me. It's to have them both on the same team, and then to watch them converse. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. I taped it, but at the same time, what could they have been talking about? Discussing the next series, the next at-bat, the next pitching, where the outfield should play, who's going to play this. But just to see that bodes well for the D-backs. What a phenomenal advantage to have that type of coaching staff going for you and not against you. No offense to Bochy, no offense to Dusty Baker on the other side, no offense to the Phillies managers, but we have something special here in Arizona for sure.
But we have a lot of great coaches here. I mean, Paris Chica. I mean, most people just know him as a third base coach.
Right.
But this guy works with your infield every day, and as we saw in pregame today, as they were working out earlier before we came up here to this perch where we're sitting right now, which happens to be in the left center field.
A little bit of a danger zone almost?
Yeah, danger zone, as a matter of fact. Here's
batting practice?
Yeah, we could get hit by a ball. If we do, I'll still get up and then we'll still finish the show. But the thing is that He works with the team, Paris Chica, I'm going back to, every day. And what we saw, and what I was getting to, is he called Jordan Lawler in, and he started coaching him right there.
Yeah.
He was showing him, I don't know exactly what it was, because we weren't close enough at that time to hear what they were saying, but he was telling him about positioning and hands. That I could tell. So I wasn't sure what the conversation was. I could just tell by the way that his movement.
Yeah, no, 100%. Spot on. I think that he was passing on the knowledge. Again, I think it's important to recognize that's what the coaching staff here has been doing for the last year and a half, 2 years. Has been, transitioning some of these rookies, first-year players into seasoned players in only a year and a half.
Right.
And I think
they're
that
teachers.
They're teaching them, right. 100%. And I think by leading by example, instructing along the way, earning the respect and the rapport of the players has paid off immensely. Right. To the extent that now the D-backs are on the cusp of, I don't want to say it, but I mean, come on, 4 wins away, Bob.
They're 4 wins away from the World Series.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
We can say it. I mean, we're not jinxing them. Ooh. That's just the way that it is. And you know what? I'll go out on a limb and I'll say it this way. You know what? If they don't win, this is still a tremendous season and a tremendous learning experience. Oh my God, we weren't expecting this team to be in the playoffs at all this year, and we thought it would be next year. Now, I look ahead already. Oh my God, what could next year even be like?
Yeah. The future is bright.
This year isn't over.
Yeah, no, I get it. The future is bright, and going back to spring training, knowing you and I were there for the Carroll signing. We knew that they had something special. They went into spring training, did a phenomenal job coming out of the spring training, and looked very good in the beginning of the year. Went through their stretch where they didn't play very well, but then they started picking it back up. And for all the tangibles that go into that, they don't really matter at this point. What happened is they picked it back up, and they haven't dropped it since then. And they're picking up speed as they go further into the playoffs. And right now, again, Lovello says that Coach Lovello said it best. They're dangerous and connected, and dangerous and connected equals possibly a very young team being in the position to do something extremely special, despite their lack of experience on the field. I think that the coaching staff, the ownership, Hazen, all of them have done a phenomenal job. The energy here in the stadium for Game 3 of the Dodgers, it was electric. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
It was 90-10, probably D-backs Dodgers, and the Dodgers fans were getting drowned out. No disrespect to the Dodgers. They had a great season, but that was our night here in Phoenix. And it was really nice to see all that. And like Bob was saying, this is a rare opportunity for the Valley to really embrace that enthusiasm, because this season is only one season. These guys on this team may only play together one season, and they're going to run it out. There you go. We never know around here.
Yeah.
Heads up. I saw a ball, man. I ain't getting in the back of the head, so we're going to work on that. But again, going back to that, this is a special time. I encourage all that can to watch, embrace it, enjoy it, and soak it in.
Right, exactly. And remember, they open up the first 2 games on the road, then they come back here for a Thursday afternoon game. So fans, get out here, cheer them on, because you know what? This place was electric the other night. I have not heard it that loud, well, I would say ever for me. I came into covering the Diamondbacks in 2002, so I didn't hear it during the World Series. I could imagine it was about the same electricity, but it was great from the start to the finish. I mean, before the anthem was played, the fans were chanting "Beat LA." I don't know if you realize, you probably realize that they were chanting right then and there.
Yeah.
They didn't stop. And we want you not to stop. We want you to come out here Thursday of next week. Then they'll be playing Friday of next week, and then they're going to wrap it up, because I'm going to say Diamondbacks in 5 on Saturday.
Ooh, I like it. Bob's got this. He's on fire. I love it. But like Bob said, I just think it's important to recognize that this is a very special time. Come out and support the gang if you can. Watch them on TV. They'll be on TBS, the whole series.
Yep.
And if you can't get them there, I'm sure that there's other ways to get the D-backs. You and I will publish that on our platforms, which is Tysonimo.com. Bob's at ProSportsBroadcasting.com. and we will definitely put out as much information as we can. But for today, we're out here watching our guys because they've earned this practice today.
Right.
They're one of the only teams practicing in the whole country right now as it relates to Major League Baseball, and we got them right here in Phoenix.
And before we wrap it up, I mean, we'll just to let you know, we'll probably do a recap show after the first 2 games, and that would be that be Wednesday, I believe.
They're playing Wednesday.
Monday. Yeah, they're playing Monday and Tuesday,
and then they get a travel
day. Wednesday, open up here on Thursday.
Yeah.
So look for our next report then on Wednesday then of next week, and we're happy that you all joined us.
Yeah, 100%. Glad you could come along with us. This is an amazing journey for myself and Bob, and I think it is Bob. I'm going to speak for Bob, but we've had an immense amount of. It gives me a lot of pleasure to be here, and frankly, it's a privilege as a reporter and a media member to be here to do this for you. And I hope that in some way, shape, or form, we were able to bring you here and be part of what we're doing as well. That's what it's all about.
And with that, this is Bob Kingpin Eres from my partner over here, Brian Cano, Sr. Oh my God, we're actually together, guys.
Outside, no Zoom.
Go D-backs. We'll see you next time on D-backs Weekly, Inside the Game.
All right.